Hello and welcome to today's SPK and Associates vlog entitled Five Metrics That Prove the Value of GitLab DevSecOps. My name is Michael Roberts, Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at SPK and Associates. And DevSecOps has really become a strategic priority for engineering organizations, but with so many platforms and claims in the marketplace, leaders are usually asking one real question. What's the real measurable value? So today we're going to try to cut through all of the additional noise and focus on real metrics, metrics that matter, and the things that are the most important to organizations. So we're going to talk about adopting a platform at scale. We're going to talk about cycle time, speed to market, and industry validation. So we want to start with these five metrics, hopefully that prove that GitLab DevSecOps provides a ton of value and the metrics behind it to prove it. So I'm joined here today by Darla Cost from our team. Darla, feel free to introduce yourself.
Sure, Michael. So I'm Darla Cost. I'm a DevOps engineer at SPK and Associates. Been there for about a year and a half. Work a lot on GitLab and a lot of other platforms. So glad to be here and get started.
Okay, so Darla, we're going to share a little bit about these five data-backed metrics and to show why enterprises are standardizing on GitLab for their DevSecOps platform. So let's dive into the first one. Big picture, Darla, from an enterprise adoption standpoint, what does GitLab's footprint look like today amongst the some of the largest companies in the world?
Actually, GitLab has a really strong footprint already from an enterprise adoption standpoint. So more than half of the Fortune 100 companies use GitLab in some kind of capacity. Maybe not in its full, but but in some capacity. And that tells you that this isn't just, an emerging or like a really niche platform. It's trusted by a lot of the largest, most complex organizations in the world. And these companies are operating at a really massive scale, often in really regulated environments, very granular. And GitLab is definitely meeting those needs across the full software delivery cycle, whatever portion of it is that they use.
Yeah, there's a lot to the platform, right? And they can kind of pick and choose what they use.
Yes.
So, for organizations that are evaluating GitLab, usually scale and community support are going to matter because they're going to try to, figure things out on their own. So, can you talk about the size of GitLab's user base and what that means to the innovation components of building software?
Yeah, so scale absolutely matters. It's definitely one of the things that people take into consideration when they're choosing tools. And GitLab's community is probably one of its biggest strengths. So they have over 50 million users globally already. And that's really great just because it creates such a generous feedback loop for innovation. And that means that features are, they're being shaped by actual real world use cases across a lot of different industries, from, startups to global enterprises, like I said. And that scale is going to accelerate improvements a lot, and it's going to harden the platform even faster and make sure that customers aren't betting on something that's, just stagnant.
Fly by night. Some of those products I've seen come and go, so I know what you mean.
Me too.
Let's yeah. Let's go to the next one. So one of the biggest promises of DevSecOps is reduction of the cycle time. So what kind of measurable improvements have teams seen when they're adopting GitLab as the unified platform?
So a lot of people will see a really dramatic reduction in cycle time. That's one of the easiest and clearest outcomes that you see with GitLab. GitLab customers usually self-report up to an 82% decrease in cycle time, which is huge. I think anybody would be glad to decrease by that level. And that's largely going to be driven by eliminating that tool sprawl. So like your team is going to move a lot faster since your planning, your code, your CI/CD, security, deployment, everything is going to live in one location and one platform. Makes for like less context switching, and you don't have to hand off as often, and a lot more automation is going to be baked right into your workflow.
And with the reduction of cycle time, now, trying to get the product to market and speed to market is really everything.
Mhm.
Essentially, especially for engineering teams that are under pressure to try to do more with less. So,
Mhm.
what results have companies seen in their release velocity after moving to GitLab?
So organizations actually report up to 6 times faster time to market after they adopt GitLab from whatever other tool they were using. And I think that's just because, when teams standardize on a single DevSecOps platform, they're removing a lot of friction at every single stage, from the basic idea all the way over to production. And so your releases are going to be a lot more predictable, your quality is going to improve, and your team's going to be able to respond to business needs a lot faster without burning out your engineers or your employees.
Yeah, that's really important. Like, don't burn out your your
Yeah,
team. Try to make it easy for them, right? Make it easy.
exactly.
So last, Darla, I want to use some industry validation and show how does GitLab actually compare to other DevSecOps platforms in the eyes of analysts like Gartner and Forrester.
From an analyst perspective, GitLab is definitely consistently recognized as a leader. Both Gartner and Forrester have repeatedly acknowledged GitLab for its vision and its execution in the DevSecOps space. And that validation really matters because it reflects not just, feature depth, but long-term strategy and scalability and, what those customers have as outcomes.
Nice. And we do have some information on our website that actually lists the some of these analysts' outcomes too, so you can actually read it for yourself. So, Darla, thank you for being here and for answering some of these pretty important questions, especially when people are trying to evaluate or understand if GitLab is the right platform for them. So, again, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
So with what we've covered today, hopefully that reinforces why so many engineering organizations are moving to GitLab, adopting GitLab across, Fortune 100 companies. It has a massive global user base. It dramatically reduces the cycle time, delivers software faster to the market, and consistently is recognized by analysts in different locations in different companies. So basically, they're all pointing to GitLab as a champion or a leader in the industry for DevSecOps and value at scale. If you're evaluating GitLab, planning a migration, or looking to get more value out of your existing DevSecOps environment, SPK and Associates helps organizations design, implement, and optimize GitLab across regulated and complex engineering environments. If you like this content, please be sure to give us a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe to the SPK and Associates YouTube channel for more content like this. Again, thank you, Darla, for being here, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again in the next conversation.